Welcome back. So in the next few lessons, we're going to go ahead and actually install Terraform now and get an AWS account set up for us to follow along with the hands-on labs with. Now, throughout this course, we'll be using an AWS account for all our hands-on labs and demos. But Terraform, as we know, is a cloud-agnostic tool from the previous lessons. It works extremely well in those multi-cloud infrastructure as code solutions. However, for the course here, we're just going to keep the scope focused on, learning Terraform. So we'll be just using an AWS account for the labs. Having the hands-on labs limited to a single cloud provider like AWS just avoids all those additional setup steps, and it'll make this course easier to maintain and support in the future. But just know that while the labs in this course will be focused on AWS, the concepts learned around Terraform can be applied to any cloud provider or popular infrastructure provisioning resources. In an upcoming lesson, we're going to create a new AWS account from scratch and do some basic security housekeeping activities on it, and also set up a budget alert as well. Now, while I'm expecting most of the labs of the course here will run under the AWS free tier, there is always that chance you may be billed for some resource usage. Having billing alerts in place is especially important with infrastructure as code tools, as a simple configuration typo could end up provisioning more or different resources than you were expecting. So having billing alerts in place can alert you to any unusual or unexpected charges taking place in your account. Now, I'd highly recommend a dedicated AWS account for the labs in this course. We're going to assume that you have a fresh account to start with, just so that we're all on the same page for that initial setup. But we also don't want the work that we're going to be doing in the labs to impact other resources in an existing account. You certainly don't want to be running these labs in a company or production AWS account. Just the configurations used in the labs and the resources that get provisioned may have the potential to interfere with your existing environments and cause all kinds of impacts. So ideally, you want to create your own personal AWS account dedicated for this course, just to make sure there's no impacts to other environments and that you have all the necessary account access and privileges that you need. So let's jump over into the next lesson and get Terraform installed on your system.